Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review today. And this fragrance right here that I'm about to review, guys, I think this could be a possible addition to your fall winter season arsenal, guys. Okay, so this one I really like. I mean, there's not a lot of reviews on this fragrance right here, probably because it's pretty expensive. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to sample these fragrances to give you guys a no hype full breakdown on these. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to the channel, guys. Thank you very much for your support if you've already done so, guys. But if you haven't, guys, we do have over 600 no hype reviews, and I will keep them coming, guys. So please like and subscribe and take us to 14K, guys. All right, thank you so much for your support. And the fragrance that we will be talking about today is none other than Bvlgari Le Gemme Azaran. Yes, Azaran by Bvlgari Le Gemme. This is a special collection by Bvlgari. Definitely one of the more expensive bottles from the Bvlgari perfume line, guys. And I will say this, guys, that yes, these fragrances are expensive. And yes, they are made by Jacques Cavalier, the guy that actually makes the Louis Vuitton ones as well. But let me say this, that there are some pretty amazing gems in this collection right here. I haven't done all of them, but I've already talked about Tigar. You guys already know about that. I talked about Jean as well as Cobra, and I like those as well. And I like Azaran as well, guys. Now, of course, this fragrance right here is known as a leather fragrance. And I had this sample really a long time back, guys, but I wanted to wait until it really cooled. It got really cold here in Los Angeles, as much as we can get, and then I started using Azaran, guys. So today I'll be giving you guys a no hype breakdown. Before I do that, let's do 2 sprays of Azaran before we go. Okay, guys, now let's talk about Azaran. Now, let me give you a quick disclaimer about Azaran. If you guys decide to spray Azaran on your wrist and you smell it outright like this, or you put it on a test strip and you smell it outright like this, you will get a very potent punch of leather. The leather here in Azaran is a base note. However, it does come in as early as the top notes part of Azaran. So because of that, there's a potent amount of leather that if you spray it on your hand and you smell it closely, you will get a punch of that potent leather right there. So in my opinion, if you are going to test and try Azaran, please do a full spray. Spray it on your neck area and allow the fragrance to diffuse in the air so you can actually smell the real transitions of Azaran versus spraying it on a strip, spraying it on your hand and going like this, because you are going to get a very strong potent punch of leather. Okay, now let's look at the top notes of Azaran. You are going to get bergamot, you are going to get saffron, as well as, of course, the early appearance of the leather. Now, when it comes to leather fragrances, guys, one of the big concerns that people have when it comes to leather is that the leather might be too much. It might be overpowering. It might be too dominant in the fragrance, that really you're going to get a strong leather component all throughout and you can't really smell the other notes right here. And I think I've heard that kind of concern with, I think, Tom Ford's Ombre Leather Parfum. Okay, I've heard complaints like that where it's actually mostly hardcore strong leather. And of course, that is a legit concern, especially if you are buying fragrances that have multiple notes. I mean, you're buying an expensive fragrance, you're not buying a leather bag, okay? So this one right here, I will say this, I like the intro because it gives you time before the leather comes in, okay? So the bergamot, you can smell that out right from the get-go, as well as the gradient of saffron. Now, the saffron is actually the transition, in my opinion, into the leather. Okay, so the bergamot gives you this nice citrus blast in the beginning on its own, and then the spice of saffron slowly transitions in, and then I would say within 8 to 10 minutes is when the leather starts creeping in, guys. Okay, so within 10 minutes, I would say you can really experience your bergamot saffron before the leather comes in, and then it becomes a fusion of that leather and saffron. Now let me describe to you what the leather smells like here in Azaran. This one right here smells straight up black leather. Really much like a motorcycle jacket. If you've ever owned a biker jacket, a motorcycle jacket, or if you've walked in like a boot store and you've smelled these black leather boots, this is pretty much the same type of leather here. Some people call it rugged, some people call it really masculine. I definitely agree. But with the black leather smell, it also smells pretty smooth. So it's smooth and at the same time pretty masculine, like a biker jacket, guys. That is the type of leather that comes in with Azaran. Now right here in the opening, guys, the leather is still kind of willing to share some space with the saffron. Okay, so you are going to get a good amount of that leather mixed with that spice of saffron. It's a nice combination. Saffron would be underlying as the leather intensifies, guys. Now one thing I do like about this fragrance is the mid. And the mid happens, I would say, 15 minutes in, guys. And I do like the addition of a green tea note here in the mid of Azaran. Now, is the leather still gonna be there? Of course. Matter of fact, it's gonna intensify a bit more when it comes to the mid, but you are going to get this lovely lingering green tea note at the top. And to me, the contrast of this green tea note with the black leather is absolutely nice. It's an interesting, really great contrast, because on one token you have the black leather rugged motorcycle jacket smell, which is still smooth in a way, and then you also have this lingering, calming, nice, sweet green tea type of smell, which really, like I said, it's a really great contrast. And if you wear this fragrance outdoors, I really think that you'll get to really appreciate that as that green tea note lingers in the air, and then you have that base of that smooth black leather right there. There's also some woods here in the mid that provide an additional woody dimension into the mix. Now with that being said, this fragrance to me smells pretty masculine. Smells pretty masculine right here because of the nature of that black leather. But I also like I said, how the black leather shares the spotlight with the other notes, that it doesn't completely envelope everything and take away the spotlight from the other notes. Okay, the black leather right here shares the spotlight with the woods, with the green tea notes. And in my opinion, this is masculine. Okay, so far this is pretty masculine because of that bergamot intro, the saffron mixed with the leather, and now the green tea with that leather. I think it's pretty masculine because this leather, I mean, I'm sure you've heard about this from other reviewers. They've said that, you know, it's a testosterone laden leather. Okay, and I really believe that. It's very masculine, that type of leather, but there are some soothing, calming properties, or there are some spicy properties that kind of balance it out. So I would say that the green tea is a mood enhancer as you are wearing this leather, but 100% you're going to feel very macho wearing this leather, as well as the leather saffron combo. Once you smell that, it's very, very masculine. Now this mid lasts about 3 hours, and then you start getting an ambery dry down. That's right, guys. So amber comes in and curves this fragrance. And then the great thing too is that you are going to get beeswax. So beeswax and amber plus woods are the notes that you're gonna get headed into the dry down. It's a lovely dry down. I mean, as you guys know, amber and beeswax is, I would say, a more concentrated like honey. It's a more concentrated dry honey. That's the way that I can interpret this smell. And it's lovely when it comes to dark notes, when it comes to dark brooding fall winter notes. It's perfect to add to any fragrance, and you are going to get a good amount of beeswax here headed into the dry down with amber and woods, guys. Okay, now again, this leather will be able to share the spotlight with these notes. Okay, that is what I can say. I guess it's potent from that close encounter smell because it's supposed to go for the entire life of the fragrance. I mean, this leather comes in on the first 5 to 8 minutes of the fragrance. So obviously, as it goes on, yes, it might strengthen and give some space to others. Now, in the long run, because of course, this leather shares itself through all of the stages, near the end, I feel, is when the leather actually weakens. And of course, that is the entrance of the amber and beeswax and woods here in this dry down. What a lovely dry down right here, guys. Now, performance wise, this fragrance is a 2 sprayer. That's right, do not overdo it, guys. Only use 2 sprays, and that is why my sample really isn't dead yet, because 2 sprays is more than enough to create a very potent aura that you'll get all the notes pretty much pop out and everybody can smell you. It will become an aura scent with only 2 sprays of this fragrance. And I logged the performance of this. This fragrance lasts about 12 hours, guys. Okay, so that's pretty long. It's definitely 4 hours more than 8. So it is a long performing fragrance right here, guys. And I guess because of the amber and the beeswax extending into the dry down, guys, and again sharing that with the leather, you're gonna get a pretty long dry down stage with this one. Now, do I recommend this fragrance as an addition to your fall winter arsenal, guys? Even if you own other leather fragrances? Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. If you love leather, guys, I think that this one is a very balanced leather that will give you something that other leather fragrances have not done yet. And other leather fragrances I know are mixed with berries and other things, but this one right here has a beautiful green tea, saffron, as well as beeswax and amber. And so I think that in terms of the contrasting notes, this might be a new one for a lot of you guys. And this is a fragrance that, again, does not overwhelm with the leather. It is not an overwhelming leather, and that is with a full spray type of testing, not a test strip or close encounters type of testing. If you spray it like this, guys, you're gonna get all the notes and you're gonna get a very balanced black motorcycle masculine leather right there. Usage wise, I would say this is an upscale grabber. It is an upscale grabber. It's not just your normal day-to-day grabber because of the quality of the leather that's in this, okay? I really believe the leather here in Azaran is pretty nice, guys, and it will suit you in upscale events. If I would wear this, it would be on an upscale event, going to an expensive restaurant, or going to a holiday party with some executive friends of mine. Something like that is where you know, Azaran is best suited. When you are at your best, you are dressed and suited up, boom, wear this Azaran. And trust me, guys, this will not punch the lights out of people around you because of that very balanced leather. Trust me, they will smell the saffron, they will smell that lovely green tea, as well as that beeswax on the draw end, guys. Okay, so again, upscale grabber on this, masculine. You can wear it outdoors as well, guys. And yeah, that's it pretty much, guys. I like this fragrance right here. This is another gem from the Bvlgari line that, like I said, I mean, maybe a lot of people really don't review it because it's very expensive. But if you like leather or you want an intro to leather, I believe this is a fragrance that you should at least try right here. And there are a lot of decanters that decant Azaran. Okay, so that is it. That is my review on Bvlgari's Le Gemme Azaran. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance. Are there other leather fragrances out there that you would like me to review, guys? Let me know in the comments below. My favorite really has to be Pure Distance M. I mean, I think the Pure Distance M is the best leather fragrance to me, but this one is definitely, I would say Azaran is definitely in the top 3 or top 5, no doubt, guys. Okay, so until then, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm back to work. God bless, take care, peace.